Welcome back, YouTube. This is Evil Squeegee. This is DMPC, the show where I am both the DM and the PC. If you are new to the show, welcome. If you're watching because you're catching up on the next episode, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, leave a comment, support the show however you feel like. If you feel like, we have recently switched from MUNE to GME, to the Mythic GME 2nd edition. I'm having a lot of fun with it. In our last episode, we traveled from all the way from North Pass through Deathlong Mountains, past the Druid Haven, through the Forest of Sorrow, into Pernrith. It was a fairly uneventful journey. We encountered some acid fog. We had a sinkhole open up underneath us. But most importantly, Maud was rendered unconscious by trying to interfere with a ghost that Christina and Octavia were about to fight. After a quick struggle, Octavia and Christina managed to escape the ghost with Maud's unconscious body in the wagon, and we've reached the city of Pernrith. Now, Pernrith is where the head of the cult is. Pernrith is where is presumably where the mayor escaped to. We don't know that for a fact, but that's what Christina is assuming in her hunt for this cult. So, that is where we left off, was just arriving in Pernrith with the unconscious body of Maud. So let's get this party started. All right, let's get into this. I need to know a little bit about the location of Pernrith. Pernrith is a city, we know that, but we don't know much about it outside of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to bust out Grim World, which is a supplement for Dungeon World, if you're not familiar. It is a fantastic supplement. It is both for Dungeon World and for Fate Core. If you're a player who plays Fate Core, you can check it out there. And we are going to use the location builder from page 107 of Grimworld. And the way this works is we roll a bunch of d6s and consult all of these charts. So let's do this. How many d6s? Roll 7d6. Roll 7d6. All right. The adjective is a 6 followed by a 5. 6. It is a spotless. So I'm gonna write this down. It is a spotless city. We know that. So that's what the 2 would have been. 2 should have rolled a 4. But okay. So 5-3 and 5-4. Trait 1, 5-3. It is near 5-3. It is near a volcano. Oh man, that's kind of dope. A volcano at the edge of Swamp Fell. Exactly horrendous. What is the name of this volcano? You know what? We'll just call it the volcano for now. It is near a volcano and also has 5-4. It also has strange magic where it rains gold. Mount Pernrith. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? It rains gold. I guess that means my money is no good here. Because everybody would have all the money, so everything is super expensive, and everything is super expensive. And what do they use instead of gold? I guess they would trade favors. Yeah, I think this place trades services instead of trading money. Gems mined from the old lava tunnels. Gems is a good one. I don't have any gems on me. I'd have to buy gems with my money, which I can't use. I am poor again. Sigh. So, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to update our lists. We have... Do we have any new characters? We have the Druids of the Forest of Sorrow. We have Banish the Cult. We've reached the city, so we can delete that thread. Discover my history. Can I paste format only? There we go. Discover my history, banish the cult. What other objectives do we have here? I guess we have disregard jerks, acquire gems. That is a thread that we've got. So basically, part of the Mythic Game Emulator, get rich again. Yeah, part of the Game Master Emulator is the two lists, threads and characters, and you update them between each scene. Because when you roll a random event, sometimes it will move towards a thread or move away from completing a thread, or it will resolve a thread, or sometimes a character will take an action like what happened last episode. So we update these things between threads. So we've got that. The lists are all done. The chaos factor is going to go up. I feel like we were not in control over the course of that journey. Sure, it was not excessively chaotic, but Mauda's KO, we lost some of our rations to a sinkhole. Just about the only good thing that happened over the course of that journey was the Druid Haven that explained to us what the story behind the Forest of Sorrow was, which is the spirits of the Forest of Sorrow curse you if you commit crimes against the forest, and the curse is to be sorrowful and sad for the rest of your days until you atone. So we're coming to Pernrith, where it rains gold, and it is set next to a volcano. It is a city, so there's going to be guards sitting out front, right? Are there guards sitting out front? I'm going to call this likely. 10. Is that an extreme yes? 13 or lower. Yeah, that's an extreme yes. So there's a lot of guards out front. Why are there a lot of guards? Let's find out. So Octavia and Christina roll up in front of the guards. There's a huge cluster of guards, and I'm picturing, like, you know how they've got like spikes. Like the town of Pernrith is fortifying for some sort of assault. They got like spikes dug up into the ground to like countercharge. They've got archers lined up. They've got the guards standing out front of the town, and so Octavia will kind of roll up and wave and ask, what's going on here? And one of the guards will step forward, and we're going to roll on a meaning table for conversation, character actions, character appearance, character background, character conversations. Character conversations, throw D100 twice, 87 and 75. 87, positive, and 75, mysterious. Positive and mysterious. The king is coming to town, and they don't know when, and so they're trying to put on a show for the king before he arrives, so that he can see that Pernrith is flourishing and ready and safe and governed well, and so on and so forth. The leader of Pernrith is having like military parades and all that stuff. Is Pernrith governed by a dictator? I'm gonna call this 50-50 on a chaos rank of 6. 7. I think that's an extreme yes. So Pernrith is in the iron grip of a dictator, which means that I have my work cut out for me, because as a paladin of Rhinos, I am the god of freedom from dictators. And we're going to have to find out what, like, obviously this dictator, like, the fact that the town is ruled over by a dictator is going to be something the cult is trying to take advantage of, if not just infecting the dictator with the cult. We will have to discover that as we move forward. The borders to the Pernrith are closed, and I'm going to have to talk my way in. I am going to have to talk my way in, which means that I'm going to defy the danger of being denied access to Pernrith with charisma. Unnatural strong hit from Dio. Strong hit from Dio. I talk my way into Pernrith. The guards let me in. They let me in. And once inside, we can immediately go looking for a temple to the various gods for wherein we will get healing from Maud. I would do the healing myself, but every time I use Lay on Hands, there's a chance that I take on Maud's wounds to myself, and I think that it's better if I'm the one that's awake because I'm me. I'm a little selfish like that. So I imagine we're going through the city of Permith. It's a spotless city. The streets are pristine. There are bushes that line the buildings and trees kind of like planted along the roads. And in the distance is the looming Mount Pernrith with its fiery peak and its many mines where they mine the gems of Pernrith. And so I'm going to navigate my way to the temple. I'm not going to roll to ask, is there a temple? But I am going to say, is anything interesting happening at the temple, or is it quiet? I'm going to call this 50-50. Extreme, yes. Something interesting is happening at the temple. Something very interesting. What interesting thing is happening at the temple? I think it's time to check with a random event. We'll just insert a random event. The event focus is going to be a 99 current context. Okay, so current context is me arriving at the temple, and then the actions table. Let's find out what this event is. 54-26. A 54 on action 1 is indulge, and 26 is energy. Indulge energy. I think that the king has already arrived and is here and is receiving and his entourage is being tended to by the temple. That's what I think is happening here. So a large crowd has gathered outside of the temple. A temple, I picture it like a gorgeous cathedral, because it's a city and it's built and it rains gold, and so there's like golden trim, and it's made out of like stone and ivory, and the steps leading up are paved, literally paved with gold, because they can do that here. And there's a huge crowd built up around, and the guards are kind of like keeping the crowd at bay, kind of like the Secret Service, as the king is in, and that means that we have to wait. And I'm not going to press my luck here. I think I'm going to just wait and see. I'm excited to see the king as anybody else is, I guess. And so when the king emerges, he waves. I imagine the king emerging is kind of like the Pope. He like driving, and he's doing his parade wave, and the king leaves. And so we've been here for some time waiting for the chance to go inside, and the crowd kind of like follows the king as the king goes deeper into the city, and we go into the temple because I'm here to get Maud tended to. Is there a priest who is free with which to tend to Maud that approaches us, or am I going to have to like maneuver my way into getting help? Like, how busy are they? How screwed up was the king's entourage? I'm going to call this 50-50, chaos rank 6. I don't think an 87 is a yes, but we'll double check. 50-50 on chaos rank 6 is 65 and lower is a yes, so that is a no. The priests are all busy, and I've been waiting for some time, so I'm already starting to get irritated. So I am going to try and appeal as a paladin of rhinos that my companion needs aid just as much as the king's entourage do. So I am going to pull out a Defy Danger on Charisma. Wait, do I have a move for this? Like, speaking on a Divine Authority? Lay on Hands, Armored, Quest, Smite, Charge. I do not. Alright. So this is going to be a parlay. I have my services as a Paladin of Rhinos that I can help them with if they are willing to help my friend here. Unnatural Dice is a miss from Tice, a GM move. I have no idea what happens. An opportunity with or without a cost. They cannot tend to Maud right now. However, they will take Maud into the temple and take his relationship to me under advisement if I help the temple out with a problem. What is the nature of their problem? Let's find out. Let's take a look at how many different tables there are to roll on. There are so many tables. Elements. Okay. Adventure tone, alien species description, animal actions, army descriptors, cavern descriptors, characters, character actions combat, character actions general, character appearance, character background, character conversations, character descriptors, character identity, character motivations, character personality, character skills, character traits and flaws, city descriptions, civilization descriptions, creature abilities, creature descriptors, cryptic messages, curses, domicile descriptions, dungeon traps, forest descriptors, gods, legends, locations, magic items descriptions, mutation descriptions, names, noble houses, objects, plot twists. That's what I'm looking for. Plot twists. So many tables. There are more, by the way, after plot twists. They're arranged alphabetically. So let's see. Plot twist 1. 62, and the second word from plot twist is 19. 62, overcome, 19, diminish. Overcome, diminish. We're going to say that the temple has a special mining team of gems, gem miners that they send up to Mount Pernrith, that they coordinate with so that they're getting their gems for themselves directly from the mines instead of having to work for them. And this is part of the arrangement they have with the dictator who rules over Pernrith. But they haven't heard from those miners in quite a while. So if Christina and I will go and check out what's going on the volcano surface and report back with any information that they have for us, then they will tend to Maud, and they will prioritize Maud's treatment here. Okay? Okay. Well, we have our gear, we have our rations. We can just go. We don't have to do anything here, which is good. We didn't arrive at Pernrith at like... is it nighttime? 50-50. 27 is a yes, it is nighttime. We head in the direction of the looming shadow of Mount Pernrith that kind of like envelops part of Pernrith city itself. And we head out the gates and we climb up. Look at the color. Look at the color of that mountain. It's all like dark and purple and gray with like the fiery red lava and the orange and the bright yellow. It's gorgeous. It's deadly, but it's gorgeous. Do we have an easy time finding the mines, or does it require some sort of tricky following of a map? A 99 is an extreme no. We do not have an easy time. It is also doubles, but the doubles are higher than our chaos factor, so there is no random event. So we have to follow a map to get to the church's particular mines. They're out of the way. They're behind dangerous terrain. This is going to be a defy danger based on intelligence. And Christina is the party leader, so she's going to be the one with the map. I think I have a +0 intelligence. So a miss from Primacore. Okay, so I'm going to ask, is it that we get lost reading the bad map? Or is it that there is a danger between us and the mines? 59. I'm calling this a 50-50, but it is Chaos rank 6. Chaos rank 6, 50/50 is a 65. I rolled a 59. So yes, we get lost. The map, holding it this way, holding it that way. I can't tell where we're going. This map the church provided us with is garbage. And Christina will just kind of like roll her eyes and say, "Hand me that." We are going to make camp on the mountainside, I think. So we're going to roll for provisions. Unnatural dice. A miss from Tice. The GM makes a move. The GM makes a move. What move does the GM make? Use a monster, danger, or location move. A location move from the mountainside. The mountain starts to erupt a little bit. And the lava starts to flow. And the heat starts to cook us, and we have to move away from our campsite, and we lose 2 rations, so we have 14 days of rations left. We use up our 2 rations, and we have to go find another campsite. So that night, does anything happen on the mountainside? A danger manifests. We both mark experience. XP 8 out of 10 and 8 out of 8. Christina is about to level up between sessions, I think. So a danger manifests. What is the danger that manifests on the mountainside? A 10. A 10 is a creature. What kind of creature is it? A 2. It is a beast. First off, what kind of beast is it? 10. It is an airborne beast. 7. It is a heron, a crane, or a stork. So activity, what are they doing? Activity. 10. They are building or excavating. Okay. Okay, so they're making a nest. Disposition. 5. Cautious or doubtful. Number appearing. A 5 is a group. It's a flock of them. And how big are these bastards? 8. Size. Medium size. They're the size of a person. So they're these giant herons. There's a whole flock of these giant herons that are off in the distance, building their nest, and they're kind of eyeballing us like they don't know whether or not to attack or not. And we are going to try and not make any sudden movements. I'd say we let a fire to scare them off, but we're on a volcano, and they're building a nest here, so these volcanic herons are like building their nest and kind of uncertain as to what to do about us. So I am going to say that Christina tries to soothe them. This is going to be they're not intelligent. They're not sentient. They're not sapient. Sorry, they're not sapient. They're not humanoids. So I'm going to take a -1 to this charisma check. It is a miss from Tice, even with the -1. So I anger the birds. That's not a good look. Where's my character sheet? I need to mark XP for that miss. 9 out of 10. So I anger the birds, and angry birds, holy cross marketing, Batman. Wow. So Christina Christina kind of leans in. Not Christina. Octavia kind of leans in and says, just don't make any sudden movements to leave us alone if we don't. And as she's advising Christina into not doing anything, the storks kind of stand up and start charging us as they decide that we are not worth the risk to their nest. And I need to know how many storks there are. 1d6 plus 2 is the group size. 5. There are 7 of these storks. So a whole flock of these storks comes charging across the volcanic surface at us, and that is where we're going to call this episode. If you're watching on twitch.tv/evilsqueegee, stick around. We record these episodes live every Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. EST on twitch.tv/evilsqueegee. If you are following along on YouTube, thank you so much for your support. The views, they matter to me. They make me feel good. They give me the dopamines. I like the dopamines. If you want to give me even more dopamines, don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell. And don't forget to leave a comment. I will be right back after these messages. Don't touch that dial. Bye-bye.